Hello everybody, today I'm going to be taking a little bit of a step back and checking out one of these Etienne buffs where we get more range up to 20%. So I'm going to be taking an eye ring and making its range as big as possible in Chimps mode on Enchanted Glade here, I believe is the map. It's not going to be that difficult. I'll be able to get a bunch of cash spare too, because why not, but it's just going to be a bit of fun, and making a huge range eye ring definitely is a very cool thing. Overall, this is not going to be as effective as just using Inferno ring with Gwen, but it does give a really cool range, and it's just fun to try it once you're here. Again, nothing like particularly effective, like this isn't a crazy good strategy or whatever, it's just fun, so let's have some fun with it. I'm also going to be trying to do a pretty cool save up where I just go like directly into Inferno ring, getting it super early, so that's gonna be pretty cool too. Plus the late game's really fun because the Inferno ring ends up taking like the range of the entire thing. But anyways, the buff is really cool. Etienne gives a 10% range buff and then later on a 20% range buff, which is definitely really neat and I think a very cool addition to Etienne. You'll see I've been getting out a bunch of videos related to Etienne recently, but I've been having a lot of fun using Etienne. He's not necessarily the best hero still has a lot of flaws and all of that, but definitely very fun to use, and you can do a lot of very cool things with it. So I'm going to be coming back in a moment and I'll put some music on in the meantime. See you soon. So we already have the Ring of Fire, and we have a few things that are buffing its range. So we have Etienne right now is giving 10% range buff, and then we have the Village, Primary Training, and Stronger Stimulant. So the range is already pretty big, but we're going to get a few more things. We're going to get another 10% from Etienne. We'll get Primary Mentoring range increase, and then we'll get the range increase from the Inferno ring upgrade itself, and I believe that should be all of the range increases that we can reasonably afford in Chimps mode, which is pretty cool. To get the save up, we also upgraded that crossbow into a sharpshooter, and then with the Stronger Stimulant I will be able to get over there too and take everything out pretty easily, which is going to be nice. And in the meantime, I'm going to be using this just to barely make that save up. We'll be using a bunch of Etienne abilities in the meantime to be able to make that possible. Like on round 64, I had to use the drone swarm there. So that's all pretty good. But once I get that, everything's going to be smooth sailing. So I'll come back in the late game. So coming back here, we now have the Etienne level 20, which is really nice. We have that permanent UCAV up, and the Inferno ring is just wrecking everything. Its range pretty much covers the entire like middle thing where everything loops around. You can see like the outer ring, that doesn't show the range that the ALK buff will give though, so it's a little bit further than that a vast majority of the time, which is really fun. But this range is just huge, and everything that comes in will get melted pretty easily, unless it's apparently a fortified DDT, because it could not handle fortified DDTs. I had to get like a Moab glue for that, and then I had to get, I believe, stuff for like round 100 and all. So even though its range is huge, it destroyed like stuff like 98 very easily, but against the DDTs, it's still not performing that good, which I guess is understandable because it's not like a strong tower against DDTs anyways. But I figured that with this many buffs, particularly to the range, which definitely helps a Ring of Fire a lot, or I guess Inferno ring, it would work out. But yeah, I had to get a Moab glue there, use the ability, and then 100 I had to get a whole bunch of stuff. So I would have had like $100,000 spare if it weren't for having to get like two Moab shredders and an ALK buff for one of them at least. And with this, I then was able to take out 100, so we're gonna have like a bit less than 90k cash spare, but that's alright. It was just a fun little challenge, and we win like so. And yeah, definitely a cool tower, an interesting thing to do, and very fun to try.
Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!